Hi and welcome to a quick roundup of the last week's events as far as the Dow Jones is concerned. And you can see here that Friday we see the market making the all-time high. I mentioned this in the market alert. And for the previous 3 or 4 days, the market has just continued to move higher. On Monday, the market was sideways. Tuesday, the market moved higher. There was indecision on Wednesday as the Fed said it was going to stop the QE program. And then Thursday you see the market move higher, and then Friday, of course, already trading through the all-time highs by the beginning of the trading session. So what was the reason behind last week's big move? We had the market from the low to the high last week, rising some 700 points in 1 week, which is a massive move. Well, the reason for this was that the Fed decided to end its stimulus program on Wednesday, even though the US economy is still on shaky ground. And let's face it, we've had this now for the last 6 years. We're up to 3.2 trillion, that's trillion dollars of Ponzi scheme money that's gone into the market and into the bad banks, trying to make it look as if their spreadsheets, not the spreadsheets, their balance sheets actually are liquid, but of course we know that's not the case at all. And then of course, just to add to it all, on Thursday night, when the US market had already rallied on Thursday, for goodness knows why, in particular as the Fed has stopped or going to stop the QE, we then see Japan jump in and start printing, and I think the headline really sums it up. As the Fed leaves the QE party, Japan tops up the punch bowl, and that's just about right. And that's why you're seeing the Dow go back to the all-time highs. It wasn't on anything that happened in the US, but based upon what was happening in Japan. So that's why you're seeing this, and that's why the market moved higher all of last week. The Federal Reserve had a lot to do with the certainly Thursday, in Japan Friday, for at least 50% of the major move that we saw, and also the trades that we had during those 2 days as well. Just a quick look at Fridays. We can see that we had a sell to begin with, trading through the psychological level there of 17,350, trading down to the R1, then reversing and coming back up towards another record high of 17,400, not quite making it. And again, finding support at 17,350, up for 20 points. Two unqualified signals. A third buy that failed with a loss. Another unqualified signal. Again, the market testing just before the close, and then moving up for a 20-point rally there. However, of course, what had happened is that during the early hours, we saw the market actually put in 200 points plus because of the Japanese printing more money, deciding to go with increasing their QE after the market has been lackluster since a tax hike in April and May earlier this year. Japan has a debt to GDP ratio of some 207%, and actually increasing, if I recall. So there's no way it's going to help. It's just going to make things worse. And in fact, they've been doing this since 1989, and it's never helped one jot. And that's going to be the same for the US as well, which I think is why they've decided to pull the plug on it. Unless, of course, we see a drop in the stock market. If we get a sudden drop in the Dow, don't be surprised if QE is once again taken up. I wouldn't be at all surprised at all. And I wouldn't say never again either, because they'll do anything to keep this illusion alive. Right, that's it from me today. Just a quick note as well before I conclude. The US clocks have gone back for the winter months now. No daylight saving, so you need to adjust the primary trade times back to 1430 inside of the PPT software, so that the signals will come in at the right time. So just change it to 1430 in the settings there, and then click apply to save it, and then make sure you save the workspace as well. and then it should be all sorted and fine for Monday's trading session. And finally, just a quick look at the news for Monday. 3 p.m. is the only one you want to be concerned about, the US ISM manufacturing PMI. This is out. Forecast to come out more or less the same, so shouldn't have too much of an impact on the market, but do keep this one in mind. I'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend, and once again, thanks for watching.